Welcome to Made in Ely podcast, where we chat to local business owners about what they're building and how they're doing it, recorded here at Ely Work Collective. Today's guest is Victoria Dunthorne from Victoria's Cheese. Hi Victoria, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. Nice to see you both.
So we'll kick off with just a little bit of for people that don't know you, who are you, where are you, and what do you do?
So I am the aforementioned Victoria of Victoria's Cheese. I have an artisan cheesemongers on the high street, and I basically sell artisan cheese and British English wine. So the cheeses are all English, apart from a few continentals, but we concentrate. Our wine is all English or British.
Oh wow! Now that's news to me because I didn't know that either. So
there you go. Not a lot of people do.
No, that's amazing. So jumping into it, I guess. Obviously, that's a bit about what you're doing right now. We'll come dig into that a bit more. But going way back when, kind of the journey to the shop to where you are now. Just talk us through that a little bit. Where did you start?
So I am an accountant by trade. So worked in finance as you do when you're young. And although I grew up in hospitality, so I've always had a love of food, always had a love of cheese, always been a savoury girl.
Me too.
Until I had babies, and now it's savoury and sweet.
Oh.
And in lockdown, I lost a lot of work because obviously business is shut, so I didn't have so much accountancy work to do. Yeah. And sort of fell into helping somebody else open a deli and a cheese shop. And then I moved on from there, and I put a cheese counter in for somebody else at another, quite local to here. That ended quite badly, and I had this newfound passion and nowhere to go with it. Yeah. I'm getting on. I'm quite old, so maybe I started thinking towards retirement. But I'd got this new passion that I just wanted to explore. Yeah. And my husband said, "Okay, there's our life savings and some of our pension. Go and do it for yourself. You've just done it for two other people. You've successfully, shown that you can run cheese counters on your own for other people. Go and do it for yourself."
Wow.
And now we find ourselves 2 years on from that conversation, and I've been in the shop 18 months, and I just love it.
Wow. Fantastic. Wow. Yeah, that's wonderful. Brilliant.
Yeah. So why cheese?
Because I've always loved cheese.
Yeah.
And I started buying artisan cheese in lockdown to try and support local stall holders, etc. Yeah. When we were able to still go to a market but didn't want to go into shops. Yeah. And it was actually our most local cheesemaker to here. They were making a cheese called Wissington, which is a hard sheep's milk cheese. And it just piqued my interest more towards British artisan cheeses. And now that cheese is made by another lady, but it's still our most local cheese. Yeah. And now we're sort of collabing. She's actually working for me now in the shop a couple of days a month. Amazing. I try and promote her cheese whenever I can, although I'm sorry, Becky, I haven't brought it today. But yeah, we've sort of come full circle. But yeah, I just love cheese. I just love it.
Oh. And I guess the same question with wine. Why just British wine or English wine? So other than there is some really, really good wines out there that people may not be sure of.
So I grew up in Cornwall and so had access to, there's a vineyard there called Camel Valley. We've been drinking Cornish wine for as long as I can remember. And it is really good. You just got to get people to drink it. And so much so if we go out for a meal, we always, if there's an English wine on the menu, we will choose it. And if there isn't, I usually ask why now. Really? Because our English wine is at the top of its game, white and sparkling.
I was going to say.
Just, you must, you are coming in soon. You will get to try. Yeah. The French House Tattinger have a vineyard in Kent, and they have now released a British vintage last year. So if the French are creeping onto our terroir, we've got to support our farmers.
Absolutely.
And
100%.
honestly, when you try it, you won't be disappointed. The reds have lagged a little bit behind in recent years, but they're coming on now because global warming, because the temperature's getting a little bit warmer. Yeah. Our reds are doing really well as well. And it's just as good as some of the other continents.
Well,
Wow.
we've actually
Strong claim.
we found a particular English wine producer that we really like, and we've had quite a few of their different whites and their sparkling.
Name them.
Flint.
Flint, yeah.
So their vineyard is about 20 minutes from my mother.
Yeah.
Because she lives over near Southwold.
Yeah.
And also you've also got Fen Farm and
Yeah.
dairy down
Yeah.
there as well. But yeah, we've been trying their sparkling Charmat is delicious.
Yeah.
And then the Fumé also is which is a
absolutely.
really, really good wines.
Yeah.
And we've been buying quite a lot of it because it is really tasty.
Yeah, so the only reason I don't stock Flint is because they are stocked by, I think you can get it in Waitrose now. You know?
Okay.
But yeah, it's they've done really well. But I try and go for smaller vineyards, but a brilliant example of a brilliant vineyard that's done really well.
That's amazing. What's your favourite one at the moment?
So I have got a Pinot Meunier Rosé 2023 that I've bought in absolute bulk because it's stunning. It was Burnt House Vineyard just outside Stowmarket.
Oh, okay.
And I had a rosé and a couple of whites. And I had the rosé 2024, which is delicious. And then they messaged and said, we got this 2023. We're trying to shift it. We need the space. Do you want any? So I said, I'll take 24 bottles to try. And then I bought another 24. And then I bought another 48. And then I think I bought another 24. So we've had it on as a special for a while. Okay. I've just taken it off the menu this week, actually, as a special. But you can still buy it to drink in or take home. But I've got 2 cases at home. It is just the most amazing. If you're a summer rosé drinker, you must try it. It's delicious.
We'll have to add that to our list.
Yeah.
Now the sun's shining as well. That's definitely.
We should have some
Well,
wine. We've got the cheese.
I nearly brought wine, but the problem is once I get a little sip in me,
once you've started,
I wouldn't want to drive home. I just want to finish the bottle.
Yeah. I hear you. So just shifting gears back to cheese for a while.
I'm sorry.
No. I could talk about wine for ages. I guess what I'd love to know is how do you curate your cheeses? So when you're looking at maybe new suppliers or any of that kind of thing, the ones you stock in the shop, what sort of things do you look for?
So we have a staple range that those cheeses are always in because like scooping gorgonzola, Italian soft deliciousness. If I didn't have that in, they'd probably take me out in the street and shoot me. Alp Blossom, Bavarian cheese covered in herbs and flowers, just sensational. Really good stalwart British cheddars, proper cheese. Cloth bound, so Pitchfork is the cheddar this week. We generally have Montgomery as well, one of the best known classic cheddars. And a few others that are literally there. And then we sort of weave around it with other cheeses that we change weekly. So I'm very excited because we've got 2 new blues coming in the counter this week. I've gone a bit mad going, I'll have some of that. I am like a kid in a sweet shop and a wholesaler. So, by the way, we've got some of this in. So we've got 2 new blues coming in this week that haven't been in the counter before. We've got another blue that's not been in very often, which is a buffalo blue coming back in this week. Hopefully it'll land tomorrow, which is just amazing. And everyone thinks of buffalo milk as mozzarella. Yeah. Come and try buffalo blue cheese, honestly. Made in Yorkshire buffaloes. Oh, wow. Who knew?
Not renowned for their buffaloes.
And I'm a full member of the Cheese Academy, and I follow a lot of my colleagues. The cheese family in the main is a really friendly place to be, and we just want people to eat more cheese and more British cheese. Yeah. So I'm always looking for new makers, and new cheeses and seeing what people are releasing and trying to get them in because people like something different. And I have people that come in every week and say, "What's new today?"
Yeah, no, that's great. And we touched on a bit before we pressed record today about the grab bags that you do.
Yeah, so this is on a Friday. We call it a blind date with cheese. So it's a Friday grab bag. 3 cheeses. A lot of people have come in when I first opened and said, you got too much choice. So I'm basically taking the choice away. If you love cheese, you come in on a Friday, you pick up one of our bags. They're £12 and you get about £14 to £15 worth of cheese. 3 cheeses that will easily do 2 people for a little graze supper. Yeah. And we find people coming just for the grab bags because they like the suggestion.
Yeah.
And a lot of people come and go, I would have never looked at that in the counter, would never have bought it. But actually, isn't it really good?
Yeah.
And it's my way of introducing new cheeses to people that probably are stuck, I want a cheddar, I want a Stilton,
Yeah.
and I want my French brie.
Yeah.
I don't actually sell a French brie, so there you go.
There are so many people I've spoken to over the years who've always been very, this is what I like,
Yeah.
and they won't veer anywhere from it. And then I've just snuck something in and been like, just what do you think of that? And they've gone, oh, it's really, really good. What is it?
Yeah.
And you say, and like, oh, well, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
the ears prick up a little bit and they start to get a bit more curious.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, you see them again. They've just gone and spent, hideous amounts of money on all kinds of different things because they've gone, well, now you've opened my eyes to this. I realise there's so much more than what I used to get off the same supermarket shelf every week in the food shop. And now life's, arguably much better because I've got more variety in it, basically. So, yeah.
But yeah, it's true. You should sort of just take people a little bit out of their comfort zone, and that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
And that's, why I like the English wines. It takes people a little bit out of their comfort zone and surprises people.
Yeah. No, I love that. Talking on the same vein, what's your favourite cheese at the moment? If you could have one.
So
Just one.
at the moment, it's always going to be my friend Becky's Norfolk White Lady, but we'll take that aside. So at the moment, one of the ones I've brought in for you here, Lindley, and it's sister cheese Eggleston. Eggleston's, I am literally inhaling at the moment and eating them for breakfast. So much so that Jake, who makes it, the other day when I told him how many I was eating, he sent me one relabelled as Victoria's breakfast cheese.
I love that. Your own version of a baby bell.
Exactly.
Love that.
But the reason I brought Lindley and not Eggleston today is this is the 3 cheeses that we've put on the menu this week. So on our tasting tables during the day, we have the 3 cheeses of the week.
Yeah.
And these are the 3 cheeses this week. And slightly representing me in a certain way because I'm going to be away from the shop this weekend. So I'm just like, well, I'm going to leave some of me in the shop.
I like that.
So this is curated around me.
We get the pleasure of tasting some, which is very exciting. Oh, lovely.
Well, I was going to say, so veering away from cheese and wine itself, more focused on where we are. Why? What made you open the shop in Ely? Or choose Ely
So I moved to Ely in 1985 when I was 17. My parents moved from Cornwall to Stuntney to build a hotel. And a month later, I met the man who was to become my husband, and we are here together 41 years later.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. So he's an Ely boy. We lived in and around Ely until our children, until our daughter was a few months old, and then moved just outside of Ely. But our daughter was one of the last babies to be born in the RAF hospital in Ely.
Oh my gosh.
His parents stayed in Ely for many years until they moved to be a bit closer to us. We've got history with Ely. Ely has a great foodie scene now, a really great foodie scene.
It really does.
And also it's got a really good history of supporting independent businesses. I mean, you think when I came in 1985, Cutbacks was here, Gibbs shoe shop was here. My husband used to get his school shoes from Gibbs. Used to get his, bike bits from City Cycle Centre.
Of course,
There's some really, really good, long-standing independents. When we were driving our cars around 17, 18 around Ely, we'd go and buy bits in the motorist centre on Newnham Street. It's still there. Brands, all of those businesses are still here. And Ely has a really good pedigree of supporting independent. So it was a no-brainer. It was the nearest sort of big place to us because we actually, although we're in Ely, we live just over the border in Norfolk. So it's just the history of that we have with the city. And it just the vibe it's got at the moment, and it's a growing city, and actually it's got young people are coming here with their families and moving out of London. They're coming here with their families, so it's got a growing population of people that want to buy into that good food, know where their food comes from, and hopefully continue the support of independence.
Yeah, and one of the things that we'd certainly noticed being a new business here as well is that there doesn't seem that kind of competitive nature as much in Ely. I think in terms of from a business perspective, it seems like a lot of, the independents are all sort of trying to champion each other, which is really special, I think.
That is really special because one of the things I had when I first set up, which I started doing boxes from home, and I actually had somebody try and block me with suppliers. So that's one of the, but in moving the business to Ely, I've had nothing but support, and other small businesses, we collab with each other, and it's a different vibe.
Yeah. No, so certainly what we're seeing at the moment is it's lovely. I don't know. I've not experienced that before. Yeah, it's really nice that people are open to do that.
Yeah, absolutely,
yeah. So the other thing, I'm just again changing gear a little bit from the business side to challenges and lessons as you've grown the business. Obviously, I imagine there's been quite a few. So what would be the biggest hurdles you think that you've kind of overcome while you've had the business?
So I think, as far as we'll gloss over the one I just mentioned, but from moving into the shop, the biggest hurdle was the first one was our first premises falling through at the 11th hour as we were about to sign on the dotted line. Unfortunately, you've still got a solicitor's bill of 2.5K to pay. But it was the right thing to do, because further down the line it would have probably cost us a lot more. It was the right thing to do. And then 2 weeks later, the building I'm in suddenly came up. Wow. So we sort of went in all guns blazing saying, please, can we have this building? It took us a few months to convince the landlords that we were the right fit.
Yeah.
But so everything happens for reasons. So that one knockback. The other really big challenge was getting that really big fridge in through the door. That was a very nerve-wracking day when the guys came and literally stripped that big fridge down to its bare bones of working, pulled it in and then rebuilt it again in the shop. It was just an incredible day on Ely High Street. I wish I'd done a time lapse of that now for social media. No, didn't. But that. But I think, we've not, other than that, everything's been fairly smooth. The usual that small businesses will say now, the challenges are business rates and employing people. Yeah. Those are the two biggies. I have got a great team. I've been really lucky with my team. And although one of them has slightly moved on, she's still on the books to hopefully give the odd shift. And we've got everybody that we've had from day one and a few more sort of doing a few hours here and there. We've built a really lovely team, and I'm so blessed to have them. But employing people and, those are the business rates, those are the two biggest challenges, really.
Because I think that's the thing that we, hopefully at some point down the road, we'll get to that point as well. And I think when it's your baby, when it's, business that you've grown up to that level, you care about it so much and you're so passionate about it, to then kind of hand that mantle over to people in a shop, I can imagine that's quite a daunting thing, to getting the right people there.
It is very scary. I mean, everyone will tell you that I do not leave the shop lightly. I mean, I really don't. I am there 6 days a week. The only reason I left it solely was at Christmas. My son chose the busiest retail day of the year to get married.
Oh,
so I had to be there apparently. So I had to leave. I had to leave the shop, but the team were brilliant, and I had no choice. And everyone kept messaging me, going, "They're doing really well. Don't worry about it." And I thought I'd be on the CCTV all day, but obviously I wasn't, because I was really busy. My son was getting married. And that made me think, do you know what, actually I can take a step away now and again. Yeah. The team are more than capable. Yeah. It's just that because my name is on the door, it's Victoria's Juice, I like to be there, and I love what I do, so I like to be there.
Yeah.
I am taking I'm not very often I take a Saturday off, but my best friend is running London Marathon on Sunday, and she has been one of my biggest cheerleaders throughout when I do sport and throughout the setting the business up. every month she cooks me a roast dinner on a Sunday without fail because she knows I need looking after.
Wow, what a friend.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
So I have to be in London this weekend to support her. I'd have to be. And the girls are going to love it because I'm not going to be there and they're going to have free reign. So.
It's fun, isn't it? Because we've obviously a part of our plan is to employ people here as well and grow our business that way. But a part of me is always like, this is ours.
It's yours.
I love being here. Even like when this afternoon to pop out to the printers, I'm always like, I don't really want to leave it. I don't like not being here.
It is a child. It is a baby, and it is very precious to you. And but when you have that level of care, that your customers and your clients, they will see that hopefully. And it says a lot about you. I worked for somebody, and 5 weeks in, they went on holiday and left me to run their shop, and I was like, oh my God, I'd never run a shop before. But that was the way they wanted to, but for me, no. My shop, I'm here, I'm staying.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I don't blame you. Well, it's a really lovely segue when you talk about your friend into kind of, I guess, the more positive side of things. So who would you say has been your biggest champion, or your, when you're having a really tough day, the inspirations, the things that kind of get you through?
Do you know what? When I read that question, I was like, oh God, how am I going to do this now well enough? And it's going to sound, cheesy, but it's my husband and my friends, my friend Lisa, who once a month says, your roast dinner's on this day. She knows I'm so tired. I just have to turn up, eat my dinner. I don't even have to talk to her if I don't want to, and go home. She's just brilliant. But my husband he's taken over the mantle. I mean, he runs a really busy business himself, but he can work more from home. So he's taken the mantle of, he irons my aprons, he irons the napkins for the shop. And he's like, well, you can do it. You know you can do it. And he's very quietly, but he's there, propping me up in the background. So without them saying initially, you can do it for yourself. You've just done it. You can do it. Yeah.
Oh no, that's amazing. And I do think that's not cheesy at all. No. Oh God, no pun intended. I think having that support network, having someone that's in your corner that really supports you in that way. You absolutely need that, don't you?
Absolutely. And my kids are brilliant. I mean, my kids are, grown up. My daughter's 36 this year and my son's, 32. So they've grown up, so they've got their own lives. But if I need them to, they will come and spin a shift at a weekend if I need them to. And, they do their bit sharing stuff on social media and whatever. And if they come to the shop, they do pay for some things. They do. No, they don't always get freebies. But they've been a good support as well.
It's great having that support from your home, kind of to start there, because there's so many we know that they want to do something, or they get the idea they've worked in a corporate environment their whole life, and they've gone, right, now I want to do this, I want to go do my own thing, and then the first hurdle is their partner saying, well, have you thought about us, or have you thought about the mortgage, have you thought about this, and it's not having that support there. I think is what discourages so many from doing what they actually want to do. So it's amazing to have people that say are in your own home that are your support network that help you and push you and encourage you.
Well, I mean, my husband did the same sort of 25 years ago. He came home one day and he said, okay, I'm leaving the safety of employment. I'm setting up this business with these other guys, and we might not be able to pay the mortgage. And I went, just do it. What's the worst thing that can happen? Just do it. And, he's 25 years down the line. It worked. But they had a passion for it and a drive for it, and they wanted to do it, so they did it. So I suppose it's sort of probably payback time that he's probably thinking, well, it's your turn now. But it's everyone, the whole family, really good, and I'd like to say some really good friends, and also I've got some great customers that they also champion me. You see, they share stuff on social media, and I always say to somebody, it's, when you're supporting somebody in a small business, it's not necessarily about going and buying from them. You don't have to come and buy cheese from me every week. Share my social media posts, like my social media posts. Tell your friends that, that you've had a nice piece of cheese from that lovely shop in Ely. So it doesn't cost money to support a friend or family in a business. Absolutely. There's so much more you can do that gives equal benefit.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more.
Especially as we live in a time now where it is so easy to do that as well. I think people kind of take it for granted how simple it is to support someone like that. where it is, like you said, it's just a case of taking a picture or sharing a story, or even liking a story. Obviously hits the algorithms and everything else and makes it flag up in other people's kind of line of sight. But still, people don't in some situations.
No,
and it doesn't take any time, any extra effort, but it can make such a huge difference.
Yeah.
I mean, just getting to where we're 5 weeks in with this place being open, and probably the majority of interest we get is from other people sharing stories of being here, or sharing our stories online, or liking and commenting and things. And it's made a massive impact at the time where it is that kind of free marketing essentially is so available. It's
age-old word of mouth, isn't it? Whether it's online or in person, it makes a huge difference.
Word of mouth is the best form of advertising.
Yeah, absolutely. So going back to, obviously your husband gave all the support from that side. So you were, I guess, sitting back, someone came to you with a great business idea of something they wanted to do. What would be your advice to them?
Know your numbers. Know your numbers.
Hence your background as well.
Yeah, know your numbers.
Yeah.
And obviously have a contingency. You might think, I've got this pot of money. Have a contingency for any extra build work that might need to happen if you're having to convert somewhere. And B, for the sort of, when a bill suddenly jumps up, like business rates, for instance.
Yeah.
And don't do it to the wire. Yeah. Don't do it to the wire. I pay all my bills on a Sunday morning from the week before, and I go into Monday knowing I own everything in that shop, and don't owe anybody any money, and that I couldn't do it if I didn't do that. If I got close to the wire and couldn't do that, I'd lose sleep.
Yeah. No, I think it's really, really important, isn't it? Leading on from that, then, what's been your proudest moment since opening the shop?
I think, there's been a few. I mean, I've been very lucky in that I've been recognised in the industry with a few sort of nominations, etc. But last year, I got an email, and I'd only been open 8 months, and I was named one of the UK's inspirational cheese retailers of 2025.
Wow! We need like some kind of trumpet sound to be able to play on for you.
And I had to.
Hang on.
Is there a? Oh, there we go. As if on cue.
Brilliant.
But I had to then sit on that. I couldn't publish it. It was like this email came through in the June, I think it was, and said, top secret, can't share it. And I was like, and I actually messaged them back and I said, have you sent this to the wrong person? Did you meant to send this to me, Charlotte? Because I've only been open 8 months. And she went, no, Vicky, we didn't mean to send it to you. Wow. But you can't tell anybody. And we're publishing it in September at the Specialty Food Show. And I was like, okay. And I thought, I've got to tell the girls because it's been their journey as well. So I did literally get the girls and I said, right, I'm going to delete this message once you've all read it, but this has happened and it's, down to you as well. And I obviously told my husband. And I said, I've got something really exciting to tell you when I get home. And he said, well, tell me now. And he text message. I was like, I can't. Somebody might be watching. It's top secret. But yeah, that was just absolutely stunning news. And it did, I was in a published leaflet and everything. So when they came out, I was putting them out around the shops.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I mean, that's a big thing, in the UK.
Yeah, that's incredible.
After only 8 months of opening. So very, very proud.
Wow.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah. So looking to the future, what's next at Victoria Cheeses? What's on the plan?
Do you know what? I don't know really is my honest answer because everything's happened. We've laid a really good foundation here. I want to slightly expand my online offering, if only just for click and collect as well as because a lot of people don't realise I can send a hamper of cheese to your friends and family across the UK next day delivery.
Did not know that.
So and wine. So really just because that's how I started doing box deliveries, and I literally my first box I drove 15 boxes all around and delivered them all around Norfolk, Suffolk and Cambridgeshire. Spent a whole day in my truck. I think it was about 200 miles I'd covered in the end by the time I delivered them all.
Fantastic.
So I would like to get that sort of up and running a bit more and just sort of maybe do some more collabs. I don't know if anybody saw my April Fool about the cheese. We suggested that we'd made our own cheese called St Etheldreda, obvious reasons. And so many people came in to buy it and messaged me and said, oh my God, can we have some?
No.
And I said, well, actually, there is a slight element of truth. And I was so apologetic because I felt awful because I was like, these people going, oh, have you got any left? And I was all gone. I was like, I'm so sorry. One lady sent her son in and he came in and said, Mum, send me some cheese. I was like, oh God, I'm so sorry. But there is an element of truth in that there is sort of very early talks into hopefully producing a cheese, a collab with a local cheesemaker.
Wow.
I would want the milk to be from Cambridgeshire though.
Yeah.
Because there is no cheese made in Cambridge. Well, there is, but it's not available fully commercially. So that would be somewhere that would be pretty special to have a cheese from Ely. There is years and years ago, there is a history of an Ely cheese, and obviously when the monks were in the cathedral, they would have made sheep's milk cheeses. So Ely would have had cheese.
Yeah.
So it would be really nice to maybe do that. So that's sort of it's not a dream, it's a dream that we think we can turn into reality.
Absolutely.
So not sure how long it will take, because all these things in food production do take a lot longer than you think, because there's a lot of official paperwork to do.
Yeah, of course, I can imagine. But at least you know already you've got a ready-made market
For and a name.
Yeah, exactly. The people they're chomping at the bit for, aren't they? Oh, lovely. And also in terms of your events and things like that, there's already quite a lot that you do.
So yeah, we do. We do. Obviously, the tables are open from Thursday to Sunday, where you can come in any time from when we open. So if you want to come in at 9 o'clock and drink English wine and eat cheese, you can.
Wow. I'd take that as an invite, Jane.
Yeah.
I just work on continental timing. It's fine.
It's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. But then we have our evening lock-in events. So last year we did one a month. This year we're currently doing 2 a month. So we do them on a Sunday afternoon and then a Wednesday or a Thursday evening. Yeah. And it is exactly that. You come, we lock you in. We do literally lock you in.
Wow.
And we give you a flight of 5 cheeses, 4 English wines, or 4. One of them might not be a wine; it might be a digestive or an aperitif. And we say it's not tasting. You don't get a little tasting measure. It's not a sniff of the bottle. It's full measures of wine. So we always say leave the car at home and come hungry. And they're going really well. And the feedback, and they were originally just 10 seats. Now we've managed to increase it to 12. And they're sold out. They're always sold out. We always have a wait list. And people are sort of waiting now, saying, when are you going to release June and July? But I'm just working around staff holidays, and then we're hopefully going to release June and July in the next few weeks.
Amazing.
But yeah, they're going really well. I'd love to do more. My energy levels aren't particularly good at the moment, but I would love to do more. And I'm one of the ones in June or July is going to be all blue cheese. So there's one for the blue cheese fans. It's going to be 5 blue cheeses. So that could be quite divisive. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah.
Oh no. That's definitely right up my street.
So I've managed to hold back from talking about your lovely Land Rover. Every time I see it on the high street, I keep going, Catherine, we need WC Land Rover.
Thank you for that.
I think at one point I was on eBay looking at old Series 3s. Like, we can get a panel one and put
absolutely
not.
To be fair, I had that before I had the business.
Yeah.
We are a massive Land Rover nerd family.
I too have a spending problem.
We've got, if you get, we do. It's in our blood.
Yeah.
I remember going in my husband's Series 2 when I was 42 weeks pregnant with my daughter, and he was literally driving me to the RAF hospital to be induced by taking me on all the green lanes around Pie Moor to try and start me off.
I was going to say, I'm sure that would help out.
It didn't, but it didn't work. But that's how far back his parents had a Land Rover when he was a boy. I've learned to love them and fallen in love with them. So Amazing. But it gets noticed, and it was a no-brainer to get it branded up. But it did come before the business. It did come before the business.
No, regularly see it on the high street and think, oh, that's lovely.
Thank you. You need one. I can see the branding on it.
Yeah, there's no encouragement.
There definitely haven't been mock-ups done already. Adverts saved online and things. But so
I can point you to a good guy for your graphics.
Thank you.
So you've got a very, very, very rare weekend off.
Yeah.
The weather's lovely.
Yeah.
So you're going to plan a picnic for you and your partner. One of you's not driving, obviously, so you can pack some wine. What's in your hamper?
So that's a good one. So I'm going to say
I'm going to write this down. By
no, I'm going to say the cheese of the week that we've chosen this week, which are, I hope, just feel free to start digging in.
Yeah,
so
guys.
your
smell is
process.
So we've got a beautiful soft cheese called Lindley here, it was a new cheese to market in November. And Jake, who makes them, has a really good cheese making pedigree. He worked at Neal's Yard Dairy. So he's in Nottinghamshire now, making these 2 raw milk cheeses. And they came to market in November, and he entered them to the British and Irish Cheese Awards in about a month ago, of which I was a judge, down in Somerset. And he won a silver medal. It's absolutely delicious.
I can see why. Sorry, I'm just eating it.
It's raw milk blended with Jersey cream. It's just
delightful.
Delicious.
Wow.
So smooth.
And that in itself is going to pair beautifully with the Burn Valley Sparkling Rosé 2021, which we had at the lock-in on Sunday. And actually, sparkling wine is the universal pairer for all cheeses. It's very cheechy now to have sparkling wine with your fish and chips. Yeah. It cuts through the richness. So you only need a bottle of really nice fizz to go with your cheeses. Red wine is not always the best. Everyone thinks of red wine and cheese, not always the best bedfellow. And you will find actually most cheese professionals will have a glass of white wine in their hand when they're eating their cheese.
Wow.
So we're going to start. We'll take the Lindley.
Yeah.
We'll have a bottle of Burn Valley Rosé 2021. Yeah. And then we're also going to have, a little bit of me here. I was born in Derbyshire. Before moving to Cornwall, I was born in Derbyshire, so I'm a Derbyshire girl, and this is Dovedale Blue, which is what we call a PDO cheese. So it has to be made within 50 miles radius of Dovedale. Absolutely beautiful. This is quite young and fresh. This has come into me, but it is delicious. So that's a little bit of me. And then I moved to Cornwall and grew up in Cornwall, and this is Cornish Kern for your lovely, rich, hard cheese. So it's made with an Alpine starter. So basically is a cheese, if you got, say, a Comté and a really good aged Gouda and mashed them up and they had a little Cornish baby, that would be that cheese.
What an image.
Yeah. So that's a really nice, and I'd obviously have some bread by Neal because he bakes for me on a Friday, some of our cheesy breadsticks, maybe a couple of our cheesy scones that Sassy makes for us.
Oh gosh, right. We know what we're doing this weekend.
Yeah, it's a fantastic picnic.
Yeah.
You just wanted the hint there, didn't you?
Yeah. And like I say, we've tasted a little bit of the first one. It's delicious.
They're all delicious. And those, as I say, that's what the 3 cheeses I've chose, because I'm not going to be in the shop on the weekend. It's like I'm leaving a little bit of me there.
No, I love that. Oh, wonderful. Well, there you go. We've got some ideas now, so that's good. Lovely. So just wrapping up, I guess. We could chat all day, couldn't we, about cheese? But where, if people don't, we sort of introed a bit at the start, but if people don't know, how can they get involved? Where are you? A bit of reminder.
So
how can they
I am
find
at
out?
28A Ely High Street. So I'm sandwiched between the wonderful Eel Catcher's Daughter, that is another long-standing independent of Ely, and Gale's Bakery. Yep. So we are in the cathedral buildings, beautiful cryptid ceiling, 13th century building. I'm very lucky to be in there. And we are at victoriascheese.co.uk. Yep. We have a little website, so if you want to have a look at that, it's a little bit clunky, but it serves the purpose for the minute. Yep. And you can join the contact form, join our newsletter. I did promise myself that I was going to do a newsletter a month. I mean, you're lucky if you at the moment it's literally it goes out to tell people about the lock-ins, and if there's any other big news, I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
So you don't get bombarded with spam, but it tells you stuff that you know might need to know.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit on there, a little bit of history about me. And yeah, that's sort of
lovely.
And obviously the Land Rover. See me driving the Land Rover around town.
It's really good advertising.
It's really good advertising.
Everyone should invest in similar tactics.
Yeah, and it is really good because you know if we're going somewhere, I said to my husband, let's go in my car because you know it's like an advert in the car park, and and he's like, but you know, because it's a Land Rover, don't want to put the miles on it, you know, don't know, and I'm saying, but. Just, you know, let me prove it, and we take it in park. And if I get 2 people that I realise have scanned the QR code and signed up to the newsletter, I was like, what?
Well, I'm impressed that his concern about taking Land Rover was it adding the miles on. Mine was always, will it get home?
Yeah. One of our others is a bit like that.
Oh, no. The other thing I would say as well, a little shameless plug for you guys, is also your Instagram page. That's where I always... If I'm, just as a quick glance for the look-ins as well. Yeah. And there's always some bits and bobs up on there.
As an old lady, I forget. I work really hard on my social media, but I forget about it.
No,
I suppose.
It's brilliant.
But I do work. Yeah. I work very hard doing it's very, you know, me in bed at night trying to put a post together for the next morning. A bit clunky, takes me hours. But you know what? It's working.
No, it's great. Yeah. So if anyone doesn't follow you, definitely do.
I think all my accounts follow it, and every day I'm like, we need more cheese.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Lovely.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, and you know, enjoy the cheese, and
and
hopefully we will see. Well, I think we are going to see you at Lock-in, aren't we?
Yeah, we're coming down to one in May. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Yeah,
but we'll definitely be in long before then.
Yeah, and to get one of the foodie Friday
grab
bags as well. I'm excited about that.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.